Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Kelplayz. It's been a while since I've last been on. Sorry, apologies for that. Been actually quite busy with work. Um, and so today, I figured that before the new Reset Weekly comes in, we might as well get one more mission in, just for the sake of trying something new. And so we hopped into a daily hard stratagem mission. Quite frankly, I can't even remember what the stipulation was. But we decided to hop in as a Bulwark. This time we're going to be using the Paladin build for the Bulwark. So the Paladin build, this is a Retribution Paladin. So for those of you who play World of Warcraft, you know what I'm talking about. These are basically, while a tanky unit, it's more so of a two-handed damage dealer who uses the holy powers to smite the enemy. And so we use the holy gift of the Emperor to completely force our enemies into repentance, or should I say, we just kill them down outright. So, for the actual weapons that we use for this build, first things first, we take we basically take the max damage variant of the heavy bolt pistol, right? Ophidian Liberation Beta. This is the max damage variant, giving us 12 firepower right off the bat. As an alternative, you can take Alpha, Ophidian Liberation Alpha, with its much larger magazine, but I feel that with the amount of bullets you have in this one here, you're actually perfectly fine for most bits of content. Now, as for the damage, since this is the max damage variant, we try to get as much perks as we can into that extra, juicy headshot damage there. Adamantine Grip reduces recoil. And Rapid Health, if your HP is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores HP by 10%. There's no internal cooldown for this, it's just something nice to have. However, because this weapon, does not have the maximum amount of ammo reserves possible, we do take increased capacity as well as extended magazine to give us a total of 10 bullets in the mag, as well as, I believe, 96 bullets spare. So we actually get, from 88, we go to over 100 bullets to use total. Death Strike, right? Basically, after you kill a Majoris, Extremis, or Terminus enemy in melee combat, in other words, you either smack them dead or you execute them, you deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds, and that includes on this weapon. Great Might increases damage against Terminus enemies, self-explanatory. Discipline, when you have low ammo, you deal 25% more damage. Strong Finish, the last round on any given magazine deals 50% more damage. Headhunter for more headshot damage, and last but not least, Gunstrike Reload. After you do a Gunstrike, this weapon instantly reloads. This actually allows you to maintain a lot of your DPS uptime, since you're not wasting time reloading this weapon. As for our melee weapon, like I said, we are a Retribution Paladin, so we have to use the holy powers of the Emperor, and since the Emperor is a Psyker, why not dish out some lightning-based damage? We're going to be using Storm's Dominion, which is the fencing heroic variant of the Thunderhammer. Its special perk power is the ability to leave behind a shock field, the equivalent of a shock grenade, whenever you do a ground pound from the air or a heavy charge spinning attack. For the actual perks itself, we spec into melee damage as well as fast preparation. Fast preparation basically allows us to do our spinning attack instantaneously. You only need to hold heavy attack for like not even half a second, right? So you don't have to fully charge your heavy attacks at all. We take Perpetual Strength twice over again, right? Shattering Impact increases the ground slam radius in area of effect. And by the way, that also includes to the Electrified Thunderclap. At least I believe so. Then we take Seismic Chain. So basically, when you're doing charge attack, normally you would do one slam, but with this perk, it actually does 1, 2. Right? Perpetual Strength again. Aftershock. After hitting an enemy with Aftershock, you deal 10% more melee damage for 10 seconds. Yep, and Aftershock is the big double slam. Right? Mind you, while you get this extra damage boost, also note that they're inside a shock grenade effect, which means they're taking damage over time, they are being slowed, right? and they're constantly being ticked by lightning damage. And we'll get into why that's important when we go into the perks for the class itself. Right? Kill streak. After killing 7 enemies in rapid succession with a light combo, you don't lose control upon taking heavy hits and cannot be knocked back for 5 seconds on a 10-second cooldown. Like I said, when you're doing the highest levels of the game, you want one of the things that you want to have is ways to resist knockback. This is not the most important thing, right? But it is nifty to have nonetheless. Anyway, Aftershock improved. Aftershock gains an additional smash, right? Double down, right? Okay, sorry. Yes, this is the double slam. This one here, Seismic Chain, is basically when you're doing a regular light hit combo and then you hold heavy, you'll do an overhead slam. This just allows you to do an additional overhead slam after that. I was mistaken. This is what gives you the double Thunder Slam. Anyway, then we finish off with Minoris Slayer as well as Majoris Slayer, just for extra damage all around. Now, let's get to the Bulwark Paladin build itself. Alright, so first up we take Intimidating Aura, right? A perfectly timed parry deals AoE damage within a 5-meter radius on a 5-second cooldown. This is actually very, very powerful. It can actually deal damage, significant damage, to when any extremist or terminus enemy that you're fighting. Take, for example, a Carnifex or a Lictor or a Ravener. This actually does do a lot of damage to them in combat. Then we take Shock and Awe. Enemies in a shock area take 25% more damage. This is the reason why we're able to use Storm's Dominion, right? So basically, when you're using Storm's Dominion, right, let's go through it again, right? You put a lightning field on the ground, right? After you slam them, the lightning field does ticking damage over time. It slows them. You deal 10% more damage, right, for 10 seconds. And in addition to that, you also make them take 25% more damage. But that's not just from you. This is for the entire team, right? Basically, every time you do the double slam and you put a shock field on the ground, your entire team's damage on that enemy increases by 25% for free. Then we take Armored Reinforcement. Right, Armored Reinforcements allow our non-finishing gun strikes to restore 1 armor segment when you're playing at the highest levels of the game. Right, aside from gaining ways to resist stagger, another thing that you want to have is ways to restore armor. And by having Armored Reinforcement, it gives us such a high amount of armor restoration, right, that when you are in combat against heavy terminus enemies like Carnifexes or the Hellbrutes, right? You're able to actually survive and duel them in combat, and you'll be perfectly fine. If you wish to take Advanced Conditioning as a team perk, it is perfectly normal. That is completely fine. But why do we take Focus Restoration? It's because when you're using the Paladin build, you don't have a shield, right? Which means that enemies will constantly pepper you from afar, and there's too many ways for them to completely cleave your shield and then pin your HP down without you being able to recover effectively. By taking Focused Restoration, it ensures that if you are caught by surprise and lots of things hit you from afar, or you get knocked to the ground, and while you're stunned on the ground, you get hit by enemy pepper spray, and your armor gets depleted, and you don't have time to restore your armor via Armor Reinforcement, at the very least, this will kick in and restore an armor segment. And once every 30 seconds is very powerful. It's a short cooldown. Why is this important? It's because of the way that armor works. As you know, as long as we have even a sliver of armor remaining, even just a tiny amount, any melee damage that would cleave through that into our HP will only cleave the armor. The armor defends our HP from damage. Melee attacks only, by the way. Anyway, and for the gear perks, we take Purity of Purpose, so our banner deals damage. We take Invigorating Icon, so that it gives a full amount of contested health, right, to you and all allies inside. Even though it does increase the recharge time, it's well worth it. And for our last one, we take Inspiration, where all squad members within the banner's AoE deal 20% more damage, right? So this way here, you plot this down in the middle of combat, and you fight it out with your enemy, right? utilizing the Thundershock to make them take more damage, right? So they'll be taking more damage from this when you do your double slam on the ground, and they'll be taking extra damage with this as well, right? This will be doing damage to them. It stacks on top of the lightning field from your hammer. They take 25% more damage, right? And in addition, you deal 20% more damage, right? We finish off with Defensive Mastery. A perfectly timed parry or block will instantly incapacitate a Majoris or Extremist level enemy on a 90-second cooldown. This is wonderful when Lecter pops out of nowhere, tries to do a sneak attack, one parry, and then instantly you execute them. It's really, really fun. As for the prestige perks, we take Auxiliary Reload, so every time you execute an Extremist enemy or Terminus enemy, you restore 1 mag of your secondary weapon. We take Resilience so that Medicae stims restore more HP. Overcharge allows our held charge attack damage to increase by 20%, which by the way does include your spinning Aftershock. And Masterful Defense. This one here is completely worthless on this build, but we take it anyway because there's no point swapping it out. So this is just pretty much a giveaway. If you want to dedicate yourself to this build, I would actually recommend taking either Powerful Shots that you deal more damage with your pistol, right? Or alternatively, you can take either Emboldened Stand or Standard Bearer. Standard Bearer is probably the one I would recommend, right? When you activate your banner, you become invulnerable to damage for 2 seconds. And that's it. That is the build that we're going to be using today for the Paladin, the Retribution Paladin Bulwark Thunderhammer build. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry I wasn't able to upload recently, been quite busy with work, but hopefully when things, die down later on into next week, I'll be able to put out more content more consistently for you. Thank you as always for watching. Be safe, be well, and as always, my brothers, for the Emperor.
Reload. Flagged objective. I resemble a foe. That silenced the Tyrannid's fire. Hell, the Tyrannid infestation. Fresh cartridge. Our bolters shall bellow alien interloper flag. Step careful. Xenos tunnel up below. Rearm. No more dark. magazine. The fewer psychers these Xenos have, the better. Inserting rounds. Assume your weapon malfunction. The air is thick with unnatural energies. Be they psychic or Xenos in nature, I cannot say. For the Emperor! Reload now consumes its time. Fresh cartridge.
So yeah, I got my brother to change the speaker for me in the car. It actually goes pretty well now, so I'm actually happy with it.
Very nice.
I just had to pay $200. Then need to pay labor and stuff, so yeah. I had to pay. If I do it at the people that do the service and stuff, I might have to pay like $300 to $500 just for changing it.
Damn.
Yeah, so thank God my brother knows how to do it, so yeah. So I literally save money.
Waste nothing, brothers. Deploying fragmentation.
Now I can enjoy music with the bass. Well, to be honest, I don't really care about the bass. I just hate the noise sound come through the speaker.
Skitter to the grave, Xenos feet. Brothers, together we go. Alien trespass. Your rally points reached, Lord Akaran.
The Munitorum does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
Jump back with you. Fresh magazine.
Direct me to where I can place these charges. Direct me to where I can place these charges.
Where shall I plant this flag? We have cleansed the Xenos state. Rearm. I still have explosives to place, brothers. Primed explosives. Detonator primed. What supports still require preparation? Explosive offering prepared! This support is ready for demo. We are ready to ambush the target, Command.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge, and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
Shield him and make him to my feet. Get back on mission. This galaxy is not yours to devour, Hive. Be ready. For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Our banner awaits unfurling.
Astartes! We were not expecting such illustrious company in the rear ranks. We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
The beast that commands the swarm will arrive here soon.
That's news. Without armor support to tackle a target that big, we may have to bring down the supply bridge.
It is already done, Guardsman.
Is this a withdrawal order?
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed. Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support. Incoming! Ready up, 8th. Show the Emperor's angels what we are made of.
Swarms on the bridge!
More enemies on the bridge! Inserting rounds.
Got a pile up below. Don't let them climb.
The Hive Tyrant is on its way, but there is a horde of Xenos between you and it. I will pluck them from the battlefield and send them sprawling back into dust. Guns up! There's more coming! You have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure. Guards over the wall!
Fall back! I will hold them! You failed at opening. Shoot them, not me!
Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
Throne. That is one ugly leader beast.
I've never seen such an atrocity.
Hold. Give the Hive beast a moment. Detonate the charges now.
For the Emperor!
Bayonets! They're on us!
Felled it! Titus, can you elaborate?
The swarm would go feral without their connection to the hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the Lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
Our word is bond. This void-spawned behemoth has seen its last day.
Wait.
It is over there, brothers, attempting to claw free. Brother, I discovered relics. Skither to the green. I shall suffer your poor aim for only so long. Banner, ready to deploy. Fresh magazine.
Let us terrorize it in our pursuit. Pursue and eliminate. We will not have a better opportunity to finish it off.
Another alien falls. Assume your weapon malfunction. For the Imperium of Man! Rio!
I will attempt to keep it on the Auspex.
For the Emperor! Stay close and sharp.
Talassa, report.
The vile Xenos slinks through the shadows. It will not escape judgment.
Talassa, you cut out. Repeat.
Lieutenant! Lord! Our fox link is out. We must be nearing the relay. Do not worry. When the Hive Tyrant is dead, the Lieutenant will... The Imperium Tower rises to strike! The foolish beast thinks it will escape above ground, but it will not evade my reach. Load up. Resupply. Ammunition cache here. Follow me through. We have it now, brother. For the glory of ultramarines! We are the angel of death. The creature is undergoing some kind of transformation. storm coming. The monster beckons it. Our glorious sight strikes the tower.